is going to be doing something a little special for us. He's going to be doing a little engineering magic, if you will. We'll also, later at the Vegas Programmers Meetup right after this, we have a serverless stack talk, but Suyash will also be doing some demoing of some code related to creative coding. So, oh, you've got a whole setup. Did you actually bring this, or did they have?
I just produced it magically.
Yeah. Trick number one. Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. So let's just we don't have a background, but we can put something on.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Maybe we can put. Hi everyone, my name is Suyash. I love to do magic, and I wear the other hat as an engineer by day job. And sometimes I combine the two. So maybe I'll show you today. Well, it's more magic than technology. In the other session, I'm going to demo code, and we're going to talk about like how to do magical things with code, such as create art and music. It's called creative coding. So let's just go open something so it's in the background. How many people here have seen a magic show before? What do you guys do in Vegas? I imagine a lot. Yeah, I live in San Francisco, but I'm here this week. Actually, I came here for a magic convention, and I got to meet a lot of my magic heroes like Teller from Penn and Teller, or Shin Lim, whose big picture you can see on the strip. So then I found out what else is happening in Vegas, and I saw this awesome event. So I was like, all right, I would love to come and see technology, and maybe we'll just drop like this. This is as a backdrop. I hate the Wix ad there, but we'll just keep that as a backdrop. So magic is very interesting. It makes us wonder about things, just like magical technology, right? Technology like AI or blockchain or VR, AR, metaverse makes us feel this is some kind of magic, and it's based on, one of my inspirations is this quote by Arthur C. Clarke. Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic. So I try to incorporate that lesson when I work in tech job. But for today, let's just see what magic is about. So magic is really starts with perception. It's the idea that how do we perceive reality? What's real essentially? So I have I'm gonna ask you a very simple question, just to see how perceptive you are. I have a few fingers behind this scarf. How many fingers am I holding? Shout out. How many fingers are here? 3? Somebody? How many fingers? 4? Okay, well let's have a look. I'm actually holding 3 fingers. Very simple. Only 5 fingers. Let's do it one more time. And if you guess this time, you'll get a prize. So very simply, I'm just holding a few fingers. How many fingers am I holding this time? 6. Interesting. Wow, somebody here really is. Actually, I'm holding a bottle of water because so that we don't get dehydrated. So it's a little silly trick. But this tells you about misdirection and how do we take things. Sometimes we hear things and we take things for granted what another person is saying. Magicians love to exploit this phenomenon. I'll explain this again with this board and this black dot. So when I was a young software engineer, new, fresh out of college, I had to learn a very hard lesson. That lesson was about fixing bugs in production. That I never got to experience in college, really. And I thought I was a pretty decent programmer until I, got tossed into the legacy code base and had to fix bugs, and you all know what that is like. So imagine this represents black dot of bug in a software piece of code. So there's one bug, and then next day you come back and you realize there's not one bug, there are actually 4 bugs. And then you get frustrated, you're like, what's happening? And then you come back to this piece of code that you were looking at before, and you realize one became 2 problems, and then you talk to your mentor or senior engineer, you show him, say like, what's happening here, have a look. And they look at it and they realize, oh, there are a lot of problems there. There are like $5 in this code. This is really badly written code. And what that needs is tests, right? In software, we write tests to make sure we get rid of bugs. They don't come back again. So, idea about perception. This whiteboard, there's this black dot. And on this side, there are 4 dots. This side now there are 2 dots. And this side there are how many? 5 dots. Isn't that interesting? It's a 2-dimensional object. Since we are all, a lot of you are engineers in the tech, we're close community, I'll reveal you the secret. I'll explain you how this thing works. The magic part, bug part, I think you'll figure it out. So when I show you this, you see 1 black dot. But like I explained to you with the other phenomena, magicians hide information, or they don't tell you the whole truth. My hand here is very casually grabbing this, but I'm also hiding this 1 dot here. So you only see the 2 dots. You only see the 1 dot. Same thing here. Very naturally, I have to hold this. This hides the other black dot. So there are now 4 dots, right? You can go home and you can get a piece of cardboard, a marker, you can make these. So just so you know, if you want to do this with your friends or family, so when you do it like this, just make sure to cover this. And so the first time you do it, you show the 1 dot. And then on this side, when you have 4 dots, and then you reveal your hand and you show there are how many? 5 dots. But in fact, they are not 5, they're actually 6 dots here. And on this side, like we saw earlier, there was 1 dot, 2, but in fact, there were 3 dots. Because this is like bugs, they just keep producing again and again. Because if you don't pay attention, you'll realize that there were bugs or dots all over the board. So, I have something here. I have a piece of optical illusion technology. This thing is 3D printed. It's a mathematical geometrical figure. And I'd like you to come after I'm done, play with this in front of this mirror. I don't know if you guys can see from there, but you will see, I don't have the right angle, but you would have to come and play with this, because what you perceive from this side, you will see a different shape when you look through the mirror, because the mirror is reflecting this other side, although it's the same. It's just an optical illusion, brain puzzle, brain teaser. I have another one with 4 suits on the deck of cards, but when you look through the mirror, you'll see something different. So I'm going to set these up right here, and later on you can come and have a look at these. So as an engineer and a magician, my goal now is to inspire kids about STEM technology, STEM science through magic. So I made this magic wand using a microcontroller, Arduino, and this is a LED strip. And this thing lights up and it shows anything really here. But you don't see it, you just see a bunch of lights until I move it like this, and then you see whatever I want to show here, like a prediction. So with kids, we do a trick where they think of an animal, and as I move this one, it shows up here. And the way it shows up, it uses this phenomenon called persistence of vision, which you might see like on a bicycle wheel, thing that moves, and you can see the image. So I'll show this in the other room, because I have to hook this up with my computer. It uses Arduino technology, but I just want to demo this thing here. Let's do one trick. Need 1 volunteer. Somebody want to join me? Come on stage. I saw a hand. Please come down. Please give him a round of applause. So we'll do a. Actually, we can use this chair. We'll set it right here. Do you play cards and do any magic tricks?
No.
Play cards?
Poorly.
Poorly? Okay, no problem. This is very simple. It's actually a very simple card trick. What we'll do is, so I have a bunch of cards here. These are jumbo cards, really huge, as you can see. Just these type of cards that when you perform on stage, an audience can see it. So they're normal cards, they're just very big, right? And I have these here. I'd like you to card the deck. Anybody would want to just lift the cards and set them aside, like right here. Just cut however many and set them aside. Perfect. So we cut the deck. So a little bit about you. So what's your background? What do you do? And actually, I'll just mark where you cut it to. What kind of work do you do? What are you into?
So I'm a software engineer. Currently I work at Microsoft. Previous before that, I was working at MGM.
Oh, wow, that's a big different jump. They both have M, but one is. That's fascinating. What do you do at Microsoft?
So I work on Azure. So it's an internal Azure team. So we primarily build products that help with governance and compliance. Kind of boring, but big problem.
Oh, no, it's a very important problem. And at MGM?
We built the digital check-in system. So if you go to any of the MGM properties and you see a big billboard for digital check-in, that was me and my team.
Wow, fascinating. That's cool.
He did that too. I got to.
Great, awesome.
So he did digital keys. So if you go and your keys don't work, you can blame him.
So we did a little card. So actually, by the way, did you look at the card where we cut to? We didn't show the card. So just have a look at the card where we cut it, where you cut it to, right? You could have cut it anywhere. You guys all saw. I'm just gonna put it back here. Actually, why don't you straighten it up and mix the cards? Just lift some over and shuffle it as a big pile, but mix it up and let me know when you're done. I'm gonna look around.
So this is the part where I just take that card out, right?
Just mix it up so we can move. We can complete.
All right, we're good.
You good? Okay, thank you. So mix the cards up, right? This is kind of like finding the key. So to find the card here through magic. There are a couple of ways we can do this. There's in magic this thing called mentalism, where I can try to read your mind, or use social psychology, kind of like social hacking, or just I can do it using magic. Would you prefer mentalism or through magic?
Mentalism.
Mentalism. Okay, awesome, great. So close your eyes and imagine a white picture, just a white wall in front of your eyes, and imagine making the picture of the card really big and just project it on that big wall. Okay, when you see it, tell me. You see it in front of you? Okay, and now keep saying the card, the name of the card in your mind. Just keep saying it again and again. Just keep saying the name of the card. Good. Open your eyes. I tried to establish a connection. And I think I felt something. I saw a vague thing. I think I heard something. Let's see if I was able to. Wouldn't that be cool if I can just do psychic powers or maybe brain implant? We have the deck of cards right here, right? We have all the cards. So I'm a little bit nervous, but let's try because the mentalism I never go into that. It's a little dangerous territory. So. The count of three, if this is your card, give you a reaction that it deserves. It's the final trick. 1, 2, count, choose. Queen of Clubs. That's your card, right?
No.
This is not your card?
Right?
Josh, this is the card? No?
No.
So sometimes This is the danger with mentalism. Mentalism is because it's like we're trying to do something impossible. As a magician, we carry something called the insurance policy. When the magic goes wrong, it's like a thing. So I have it in the back. Like this thing, it's a magic insurance policy. I have to carry it when I perform, even informally. So if you may, there's just some terms and conditions in the policy. Because the magic didn't work, we can get we can claim this insurance and we can split this up. Let's just read the terms of. Can you read this policy, like this point number 3? Let's just read it out loud.
This policy is valid on Monday through Friday and weekends only.
Okay, I think we're good there. Let's do this one. Number 5.
Floyd of Burbank fully insures the following magician's equipment: hands, when in full view on top of the table; cards, when shuffled thoroughly by magician only; mouth, when open at any time.
Okay, I think we're good there. Okay, I think we're good here. Let me just check any fine prints. Oh, there's something here. We should call it by any chance the king of. Thank you very much. Thank you. Please give a round of applause. That's magic. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to interest in more technology, come to the Vegas programmer session, and I'll talk about some code and talk and do magic things. And I want to give a round of applause and big thanks to Josh for having me here, and the people who helped bring the table up. So thank you to them as well. We'll discuss later.
Yeah. Good stuff. No, that was a pleasure. Definitely unique.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Come check this out. Have a look at this Optical Illusion.
Oh yeah. So